And here we be, isn't that right? By the con of Mr. Yahuwah. Appreciate being yet alive one more time. Isn't that right? I appreciate all he has done and given us opportunity. And I certainly, it's my palau that everybody is really considering their Yeshua, their salvation. Because there's been a time we need to consider it definitely ought to be the human. I mean, we got everything in the world going wrong. Ain't nothing going right. If Anashim, which is man, if they don't turn out a him, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't know what other disaster, catastrophe he got to make happen for people to consider at this point. I mean, you got to get right. It don't make sense to keep being a transgressor. Mr. Yahuwah been patient with us a long time. I don't know about everybody being honest with themselves, but he been patient with us a long time. And he definitely destroying that place from floods to fires, to tornadoes, to typhoons, to insects, to crops being destroyed, to everything you could just, ultimately imagine. Just the coronavirus itself, one of many catastrophes. It's not a big catastrophe, it's just one of many. Because Mr. Yahuwah is putting stuff on, he said plagues were going to be wonderful. And he's destroying the place. And all he needs us to do is turn back to him. The real problem what's going on today ain't the homosexual agenda. It ain't the strip club. It's not. None of that's the problem. The problem is he can't get his people to do what he wants them to do. That's just being honest. We consent to, we allow, we permit, and we have come along and we done consented to a lot of stuff people stuff. And it's a problem. We can think that we're okay if it's not us, but we go along with a lot of stuff we shouldn't. Versus you got to take a stand for something. That's just being honest. When you take a stand, you're going to lose some people. That's one thing with me. People might not like about it, but I guarantee I'm consistent. I take a stand. What I believe right is just right. What I believe wrong is just wrong. It don't matter what you think about, how you feel about it. At the end of the day, we just fall out and just agree to disagree. But I'm going to take my stand for what I'm in. I'm in it for my life, for my soul. At the end of the day, I got to lay down. When I lay down, I palau. I look at where I'm at. It's real easy for me not to get back up in the morning. I done put enough time in. I've been here long enough. Before you reach 50, you feel like you're pretty good. 50, that mile point. That's at the top of the peak. From now, you sliding down Razor Mountain. Pool of alcohol at the bottom. So I can't afford to hit that thing and start burning. I'm telling you, you get some good years. When you hit 50 and you start to come down, you start realizing you can't get no more days behind you. All your days behind you. When you young, in your 20s and 30s and in your early 40s, there's still stuff you can say you start hitting. They holler, 40 the new 30, 50 to 50. 50 the same old 50. And from now, I'm telling you, I know it's for past that, you going to get further and further from 50. Listen, you're going to leave 50 before you know it. And you be in 60, and 60 be at 70, 70 be at 80, and 80 be at all rise. And they bring the body, the family come in for the procession. That's being honest. And people don't consider the decision you make when you're young can be detrimental to you later. Now a lot of stuff I've done in my lifetime, I had to pay for it now. I came out at 26, but I did a lot by that time. By the time I was 26, man, I had lived a whole life. And you know what I'm saying? So it was just starting back over for me, but I had done a lot. I done a lot of damage. I drank my first malt liquor beer. I was in the 3rd grade. First Schlitz malt liquor bull. That one they had the commercial, that thing you to come through the wall. That thing came through that wall and laid me in the bed. I was holding on talking to myself. After that was it. My daddy told my mama, she said, that'll teach him. I asked him for a beer. He said, I'll teach him about drinking. I don't know what he was thinking. Joke, you gonna open up a liquor store. Sometimes what folks, they holler, give him a cigarette. You want a cigarette? Huh? This will stop him from smoking. A lot of them ain't did it but creative smoker. Instead, he should have took that hand, just slapped me on across that floor real good one time. So it might have made a different effect. I said, well, I don't want to fool with that. My dad slapped me across the floor last time I asked for something to drink. A lot of little stuff people think is okay for kids. You had to cut them off early. Behavior, it is just, it ain't for you. People say, well, why you can't? You don't keep questioning. Y'all, that's another hit. You don't question grown folk. You just take it, you'll learn out the wild. It's just certain stuff. Now we so comfortable, we so accepting of things and behaviors and different things they do. That's why they ain't making no changes. And then you gotta hold a firm stand. You can't hear everything going in your house. That's just bottom line. A lot of stuff going, it can't go in your house. If folk, you can harm them for what they is, but we ain't gonna be able to have no friendship. We ain't gonna be able to have no hookup, hang out relationship just because I don't go along with everything you do. That's just being honest. Isn't that right? It's just being honest. And people might get upset with you for that stand. Well, you're going to try to draw them with love and kindness. See, a lot of times what people call love and kindness, it really, you just trying to make an excuse to sell out instead of you taking a stand. I'm telling you, folks do that. People do better if folks wouldn't sell out. Let me tell you what I do. I don't make no exception for no member to come here. You don't come here, everybody do the same thing. The day you join, you jetting up members, anybody been here when I started out. They know you a different kind of member. You ain't start. When you the same member. You got the same rituals and right. That's it. And when you screw up, you the same person as anybody else out there. That's just life, how it go. At the end of the day, you got to make up your mind. I was in the way, the van, they call him a quiet, but I looked at him the day. I said, Dad, you ever call him a quiet boy? He said, no, you did preach. I said, I did. I said, boss, you heard me call him? He said, yeah, you did. I said, these two guys together? I knew it was going to be a problem. Don't ask them nothing together, because they got that thing working. Preacher, we need to holler at you. I said, yeah, I'm finna get out of here. Because I know, when them two catch me up, I know some kind of way it's a triangular crossfire. Yeah, and that's how it look. Now, I understand how John F. Kennedy got killed by the magic bullet. It went through this way, and it come back around in a circle, and it hit you from the back. Dave and Boston. You hear them laughing, they planning something now. They get, preacher, come, man, we got it. I said, there you go. I told that said, I sat down and just look out. Preacher, you gotta hear this with David. Boss, tell him about it. I said, yeah, this the one right here. I said, this the one he gonna pull me in with right here. Preacher, we got it, preacher. I'm telling you. They're right here. I'm telling you. I said, yep. I said, I'm in trouble, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, I try to tell everybody, sorry to laugh, have fun. I ain't no person that live my life kind of stuck up and going, and folks try to be, like they said, some people, I guess they call themselves spiritually bound. I don't know what they call that stuff. At the end of the day, I call it being real. I had to be with myself 24 hours a day. Yeah. I let out there, listen, I can't lie to this man. No, I've been holding my hypocrite for opportunity. You know I'm living the truth. You know I'm trying to do right. That man said, good way you gonna lie to me? That's right. No, you ain't trying to live. What you lying for? That's right. You got to be honest with this man. At one point in your life, especially you get older, listen, I got to go see some, man, now I can't hardly swallow. I'll swallow sometime. Man, how many do it? Listen, I used to eat, man, I ain't missed a beat. I eat something, the last little bit of like it get hung somewhere. Be walking all the time of night. This out on the front door, go look at the porch, just got to find something come tired. I said, God the mighty. Times you catch up with. Little stuff, you drink a little water, get to drinking too fast. and you can feel it ain't but a little nickel of water now. Little bit. That thing won't move either. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I ain't never had that problem. You know that man started showing you, when you finna die from one little kiblet of rice and a driblet of water, you ain't the man you used to be. You can lie to yourself now. I ain't never had no problem where I had to get no water back up or a little piece of rice or a little piece of meat. Like, man, that thing, a Lord right here on one little side, I had to go get my hot, when everything fell, cayenne pepper. I be working at the house, one with cayenne pepper. I get that thing, hit it, and it be so hot, choking over with. Whatever that is gone, I'm dealing with, man, this junk here so hot right here. My wife made me some, I done like to flip the truck. I don't know what she was thinking about. She must have stuck about 4 Mexicans in that thing. With the pointed-toe shoes in it. But see, you get old, you got to start keeping stuff. I had to keep hot sauce. I keep that little, anybody had to get you some cayenne pepper to drop and put it in there. When that thing hit, whatever going on going to cease. Man, I be walking there. My mom used to walk me just tipping through the house. Looking, I said, yeah, she must have been choking too. Now I realize time come in, but you go back to appreciate things you took for granted. Little stuff that you don't, when I say little stuff, it was little because you didn't think about it, you didn't appreciate just swallowing. Man, there's a lot of folks can't swallow. They in the hospital now, got tubes had to pull out. Man, little stuff, listen, it's so easy for that man to just move something and let something happen to you so quick. Your eyesight gone, hearing gone, movement, range of motion gone. Everything that you don't take and think nothing about, you keep going. Mr. Who will come and touch it, and you appreciate that stuff. So now, with all that being said, being accomplished, the thing I treasure the most is I'm willing to do whatever I got to do to make sure I make it in. Listen, that be my honest polite. Listen, show it to me. I don't want to fight it. I just want to make it in. I got a lot of stuff, and I'm a man, I own a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna tell them, I got a lot of stuff. I got more stuff than I need, but I ain't gonna give it away. I'm gonna tell the truth about it. Don't ask, cause I got stuff, I got stuff in place, I don't even go see it. I got a lot of stuff. At the end of the day, I try to make sure I keep myself in a position with him. Man, that stuff ain't gonna stop my salvation. No, at the end of the day, I gotta make it in, cause everything I got, somebody else lost it. Y'all remember that? How many of y'all got how many of y'all got $20, $40, $50, 100, 200, how about 1,000? Somebody lost that money. Before we talking about somebody done lost the money, that's how you got it. That used to be in somebody else's hands. Somebody used to have it. Somebody said, well, I got mine from working. You ain't gonna believe it. That used to be somebody else's job. You can start up a business. You just interfere to start somebody else. Man, everything you got, folk don't realize he sets it up for a reason, so we'll learn to appreciate. If you got it, don't you know somebody else had it before you? Don't you know when you gone, somebody else gonna get it? So what should your whole life encompass? The things you got or your relationship with him that I'm working now to make sure I'm gonna be able to get up when this man come back. I don't want no pride. I don't want no self-ambition. I don't want no desire for nothing to come to get in the way and it keep me and separate me from making it in. That's where I'm at in my life. Man, I appreciate the little stuff I got. That stuff don't mean that much to me. I appreciate it, look at whatever. I try to make sure, don't love it. Don't love it the way it's gonna have me gotta sit down and try and decide, do I really? I know what he want me to do, but what I'm gonna do with that? Man, listen, I don't want no hesitation. I want to be like Abraham. If he could look at his only being and take straight off with him, well, you set the record high for me. I don't want no car, no house, or no rental property, nothing. I don't want that stuff to get in the way. I don't want no dollar bill to get in the way. That man wouldn't take his only son. Look, take him straight up there and kill him. Not, here you go, now you do what you want. I'll kill him myself. If it's for you, just having that mind, having the desire. A lot of time, we don't really take this as serious as we should. And I'm gonna tell you, I got members sitting at home now. Someone sitting at home called it pride. Pride hurts you. And what'll happen, Yahuwah try to show you, you ain't where you need to be. I had to try to show where I'm at. And listen, I can run my mouth all I want to, but you don't know that till you get tested. How you know you'll go all the way? What's your definition of all the way? I'll keep coming to serving. Man, that man put something in your life that how many you think about, I got to try to get back there when I can. Right now I'm trying to get some stuff straightened out, and you don't let something pull you away. Oh, man, like, listen, look, stuff that folks be talking, that man put some stuff in your way, man, that man make you rethinking everything. How we really know it's a God? How we really know where we're going? Do anybody know where we're going when we die? That's called, you know what? Something in the end. That ain't always been your thinking. Something in the end. Shoot, man, something in the end will come. I'm just making sure I'm right. I talked to one of our Cuban in the hospital. I said, let me tell you something. I said, Mr. Yahuwah, it'll come a point in your life, he'll separate you from everything you got. That's your time to consider. Shoot, I remember I was in that hospital, I laid up in that, man. You sat down, I had to do, you got to consider you laying here. Where you at with me? If folk laying here, don't leave. If folk walk in, if folk come in on stage talking, if folk might come in a wheelchair, but they'll leave out straight on the board. Man, little stuff folk think about, I just came in and get a little check, you leaving. If folk, man, listen, they waiting on the room. From that room, they don't leave there. You know where they go from now? The upper room. That's where you going. We on deck. And when you go, I'm going to bust right up in that mother. I'm going to bust out, I'm going to sing it. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, a lot of stuff y'all take lightly. And you know what? You ain't got to be old to die. Don't wait till you get my age and some of the other people's age to consider. He told you supposed to remember in the days of your youth. I mean, I told you, young, do you know any kids that gone to school with you that died yet? Man, he getting young folk. What grade young mind were they in that you remember somebody dying? 11th? 10th grade? That was a shocker, wasn't it? You knew them too? Keep living. It'd be more than that, a whole bunch. Shoot, we had one died, I think, 8th, 9th grade. Girl, I went to elementary school with her. She had been sick all her life. We didn't even know it. She dead. She was gone. Mr. He'll come get him. You consider. You keep going, keep playing. He come get another one. By graduation, he get another one. Get out of school, he come get somebody. Get a few years out of school. I remember I had the first 10-year class reunion. They had them books sitting down. X sitting on. You trying to figure out what happened to them? Oh, they dead. This one there. You just start going through that, man, every X on the pit, they dead. They had yearbook from every year we went to high school. I ain't make but 3 of them. Shoot, I was a player. They had time them pictures. Man, I was out there trying to do something. Y'all niggas in here because y'all wasn't doing nothing. I had other prior engagements. But anyway, but at the end of the day, you just start looking at how many people out of the wild. Somebody gonna mark you out of the book. You keep living, they gonna mark you absent one day. So when you going through here, and I let everybody, I'm telling you, listen, the way of y'all synagogue, y'all on date. I've been telling y'all, if anybody done had recon, if any movement he done spared and should have been wiped out and dissolved and took off, should have been us. Not 1 or 2, should have been all of us. Played, procrastinated, moved around, had to come from Jesus Christ, had to come from somewhere, and finally get him, then you get him, and folk laxed and laid down and just quit. Because at the end of the day, he gonna see how far you'll go. Listen, man, listen. The man laid me down something and showed me something right. And it's right, and I'm in the right. That's why my mind is. A lot of folks can't move from Jesus because they got too much in him. I had a lot in him, but my whole purpose, I had to realize, my whole purpose wasn't just putting it in him. My whole issue was the plan, living right. That's something I always want to do. I wanted to live right. Because I ain't do it. I wanted to live right. I ain't never do it. Some folks don't got that mind. That's why it's easy to walk away and quit and do something. You ain't never want to live right anyway. I want to live right. I want to live when I ain't had to worry about nobody trying to get me, worry about the police trying to arrest me, worry about trying to run, hide, make up for no lie. Man, I told so many lies. The rough folk told me, you tell so many lies you can't remember. That's not the truth. I don't know where folk got that from. I can remember, if I told you a lie, I know what lie I told you, and I can put it back out just like I gave it to you. I was a professional, and if you couldn't remember your lie, that's your problem. That was my lie. I need to remember that. How many of y'all were like that? I don't know where folks come with that time. Like, you tell so many lies you can't. I remember what lies I told. It was my lie. Y'all all right? Now, if it's about some hoes, I ain't lie about no hoes. Now, somebody gonna be offended tonight. I'm gonna ask y'all like Yahushua said, does this offend you? Somebody bill, they can hear me. I said, I ain't had to lie about no hoes, but I ain't. Listen, I ain't got nobody number. I just throw that thing. Listen, pack of dogs out there, I come and throw some hot water out that door. Who gonna holler? That's all. I just snug it out there. Somebody said the dog hollered way in the back. No, the main thing, and I mean it with all my love, everybody watching, you got to be no member now. Make sure you're living right. Don't be no hypocrite. It's too much energy. You'll spend more energy and time trying to be false and hypocrite. Yeah, you'll get some stuff from lying and hypocrite. I ain't gonna tell you not, but you want to feel good about what you got and know you got some integrity behind it. Abraham was rich, and he wasn't no hypocrite either. A lot of folks think, how they show it today, everybody rich, everybody got something, everybody famous. There's a hypocrite, they false pretender, you know what I'm saying? They'll do anything to get it. Abraham didn't do everything to get it. Solomon, he was still one of the richest men they ever recorded in record on their rise. Everybody ain't got to be no liar, no hypocrite to have now. What make what you have more valuable and essential is the fact you got integrity behind what you're doing. You can look a man, well, I ain't got to run behind no tree and hide nobody. That nigga I told that lie from. I ain't running from nobody. I'm a man. When I told it, that's what I said, that's what I meant. Y'all got it. I'm a man. My dad be like, just as sure as I'm born here, Anthony, I'll bust your snot now. Y'all know who you have some integrity with yourself. You ain't got to sit out here. It ain't about what you got. It's about who you are, and you got character. Now, what really makes us now is the fact the word don't change. I can do this. Michael Jordan can dribble a basketball. He can't do this, though. I get it. Go get your 3P. When you get through, say, come sit right here and live right. Yeah. Come read through this book, and when something hits you, you can take it, and you can measure up. Yeah. That'd be tight. All that crying, that snot bubbling at Kobe funeral. Come do this. Yeah. All them jokers. Listen, these guys fall to, look at that girl. Simone Billard, what's her name? Biles. Yeah, Biles gushed out there. One trip, land on her foot, what happened? Quit. Individual competition, quit. I got mental problem. What the girl? Sokiyaki Iki? Same thing, Sakiyaki Osaki. Go ahead and got mental problem. These folks, y'all know how many folks train these folks? They great when they doing their stuff. Performer, all these folks. These folks ain't living nothing. What it profit you to do all that and be the greatest to ever do it, and you ain't got enough sin you can't recover? One little fault. Nothing failed, nothing hit. I quit, y'all. Well, you gonna do the individual? I quit again. Let me work on my mental. And I say that the reason why, and why these people fall, I'm gonna tell you why they fall. Only reason they fail, you know who they should be mad with? They should be mad about the people that's supposed to be Childish. Yeah. Only reason they fall, because we put our eyes on them. Yeah. We, listen, man, they so great. Man, they so high. They ain't shit. Yeah. You can take every one of them and get tissue, wipe them like this. Look how shallow. I'm just being I don't get what your mental problem. You got all this money. You got all this accolades. You got all these endorsements. What's your mental problem? Most folk got mental problems. They don't know how they're going to pay bills. Yeah. They don't know where their next end going to come from. Right. They need another car. They can't pay for it. Other than that, folks ain't got no mental problem. Because you know what? Mr. Yahuwah will show you. All this stuff that we put our eyes on, that don't make you. That's right. That stuff don't make, before I had something, I had integrity. That stuff don't make you. When it take that stuff to make you, it ain't nothing to you. That's what happens when they lose it. Every one of them got a mental problem. If they told the truth, they were better off before they had that stuff, because they start making their life be consistent to having the stuff, and they ain't have no substance. Man, when you got integrity, you can look anybody in the face. You ain't got to run high. No, you ain't been telling no lies and hypocrite and false pretending. Man, that worth any amount of money you can get. You can stack all that junk up for credibility. Come on. Come on, man. Look at Donald Trump. Every time he says somebody in his mouth about something wrong, they come right back. Hotel losing. Plane sitting down parked. Boat ain't out there. Golf club. Then he waiting. They going to look at criminal charges. Everything coming. $480 million coming due in 4 years. Man, them folks got so much crashing them, getting them, because you know they ain't look at the important thing. You got to have something on your inside. You know what I teach? First thing I teach y'all, make sure you're living right. Get saved. That's right. I tell y'all all the time that get that money after that. I teach that. Just get that money. Then we're going to smoke that. Woo! Isn't that right? In that order. In that order. Isn't that right? Got to get the Most High here first. Yes, sir. Isn't that right? That's right. They ain't saying they want witness smoke crack. Don't say nothing about me and my CBD. Isn't that right? Yes, sir. They ain't criticizing these niggas. They spraying that South Florida in their hair. Yeah. Don't talk about when I get my CBD. That's right. Isn't that right? Living right. That's why we're here. Make sure you make sure you got this thing right. Yes, sir. Every night you get up, every day you get up, man, I wake up thinking about him. Yeah. And he made sure I had to pee a lot. I went and doctor said ain't nothing wrong with my kidney. Doctor said my kidney good. Somebody I know when y'all nigga ask me about a kidney. If I'm laying home and you need a kidney, leave it in there. Right. Make sure you're living right. I mean that with everything in me being. Make sure you're living right. When that word come down in the middle of that, if it hit you this time, it shouldn't hit you next time. Not the same thing. That's right. If you hit me, it ain't going to be with that sucker punch. It's going to be with another blow. That's right. Because I got that one. I accepted that one now. I ain't getting hit with that one again. That's right. Y'all got me? Yes, sir. Every time I know where I get hit at, I want to make sure I arm and protect that area. That's right. That's right. And because I've been hit there before. Yeah. You hit me somewhere, it's going to be somewhere else. So I'm always looking. Go on ahead and clean up so you don't get hit there no more. Got hit somewhere, go ahead and guard that. Make sure you don't get hit there no more. Yeah. That's just part of life. Right. Some folk, one punch, you swing at them, they run the door. A lot of folk, they living to quit. Yeah. You know the problem is with that right now? You ain't going to never be nothing. If I would have quit when folk, when I started this thing out, what, been about 19 years ago, folks tried to get me to quit then. Y'all know how many preachers I taught that had been in the way before I started? I'm talking about had been in the minute. They were older than me. I was young. I think I started out about 32 maybe. I don't know, somebody that maybe like 32, somewhere like that anyway. And they talked to me and tried to tell me I was too young. They say you're too young. You need to be seasoned when you're doing that. You need to be under somebody. They told me, they said, you need to be under somebody. You need to have like a spiritual father. I say, I'm new at it. I'm just listening to them trying to tell me. Then they talk to me, they keep talking. And you ain't gonna believe it. They know a spiritual father. It be them. So I'm gonna hold on. I know folks seen young, they seen me, they could tell the man knowledgeable. The man gonna go someplace, they want to be the one to say, they had their hand on me. You know what I'm saying? I grew them. I'm his spiritual father. When he started out, I never let him get it. I knew when they kept talking long enough, the right stuff come out. They try to tell me, do you know how to get organize your paper? How organization supposed to be set up? Organization supposed to be. They try to throw and see if you know something. Yeah, you got. Me and my wife, she sat down. She old now. She ain't far from the mother bowl. Matter of fact, she gonna build a mother bowl. But that folk did it. We got all that paperwork stuff. They try to let you want to help you. You know they help you do your paperwork. They can ease the name on there. So you try to, folk, y'all be surprised. Folk look where they can get young folk. They see young folk and they see the industrial. They see where they can catch you up quick and try to tie you down and try to hook you into something so they can get you into some stuff. Try to get me to leave stuff. Then other folk try to get me to leave stuff alone. They started telling me, preachers started, I knew they started just kind of getting back from me. One of them told me one thing, he says, you doing too much fighting. I was trying to, too much fighting. I was talking about adultery and fornication. A preacher shouldn't be, and I was loud too, but I was loud with that thing then. Anyway, them folks started letting me know, so you know that folks kind of just getting back from you? They were telling me I wasn't seasoned. Certain stuff, you got to learn what you do and what not to talk about. Then they got the good little stories go with it, and you just listen to them long enough, and he'll say, you done hit this nigga. You done hit this nigga, him. That nigga ain't worried about nobody else. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, they just listen. I was talking to one of them, I was talking in that car, and I was talking, and I just kept talking about it. He said, brother, if you seen a sister come out my hotel room, he said, I will hope to God that you will cover me and not go and kill me and cover me in love. Mind you, I'm pulled up to his hotel room to drop him off. That thing hurt me too, boy. I said, God damn. He said, brother, you fighting too much. Trying to fight. I ain't gonna lie, that thing hit me. Oh, that thing hit me. But whoo, that thing hit me. I just got quiet. Look, he got that car. Went to the hotel, I pulled on off, I drove on to my house. I ain't lying. He said, yeah, are you doing that? I said, I ain't doing it. Right. Said, they ain't got to do it either. That's right. I worked on that thing. That was it, me and him. I worked on it. I ain't lying. Man, he put that thing, he said, are you doing that? That thing hit me. I said, I ain't doing it. Let me know. They ain't got to do it either. Because right. They try to make it like, they kept saying, you trying to live too right. They tell me, man, they used to tell me, they say, you know what? You going to wind up falling. Man, it hurt me. They did. They said, because you keep trying to live too right. That thing hit me. These folk older than you, seasoned, and everybody keep telling you the same thing. All they kept telling me, you're going to wind up falling. Because you wind up trying to hurt other folk. You hurt them. Man, I've been doing that for 20. How old are you, 23. I've been doing that 24 years. Come August. I ain't failed yet. That's all the Mr. Yahuwah. In August, it'll be 24 years. I ain't failed yet. I don't believe in this. I ain't no woman. I ain't been no bag of children, no whiskey. I ain't been no whoremonger. I ain't been no midnight rummer. I ain't been no child molester, no secret undercover homosexual, no openly flaming homosexual. That's right. Man, I ain't know. I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah. So I come down here and folks ain't got to like me like I tell them. You got to watch me. Ain't that Mr. Yahuwah, he ordained you got to watch me. Yeah. They ain't got no choice. The folk hate me got to watch. Because they got to come up in the mosh pot. That's right. And they sit, you know how many folks, listen, this how down here. I can go get a woman right now, bring her up here and say, this is my second wife. Them folks will run and say, they saved, we saved. Tony Smith got a second wife. They counting on me. They counting me. One wife, the first one living. That's how I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna keep it that way. One, because that's what he ordained. He Mashiach. You know how stupid folks here? They want me to go get a gay lover just so they can justify whatever they're doing. Do you know that tell you how important I am to these people like that? You waiting on me to fall? I was never your plan of salvation. The man done set the plan. All you got to do is walk and abide by it. And when y'all people obeying and you following, they're going to blame it on it. Of course he living right, he the preacher. What about them members? When every one of y'all hold that standard, you got them set for the mud pot. Yes, y'all hear me? Some of them got to fall away. It's ordained that way. But when the folk keep standing, the man had 84 and 72 walked off. You think that was by accident? It was ordained. He said, I done chose you. I ain't expecting everybody to stand and stay because everybody ain't trying to live right. That thing got to be in your heart. I can't see it. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And tell myself what? What am I going to do and tell myself what while I'm doing it? When I'm finished, when the laughing is over, when the plan is over, when the last smoke, last hole gone, what am I going to tell myself? Yes, sir. I got to see this man. Yes, sir. That's in my heart. Yes, sir. Woo. That's in my heart. I can't do it. A lot of folks can cross that door and go do something else. I ain't got nothing else I can do. That's all I got. I can't rap. I can't beat no drum. I ain't got nothing the world gonna use. All I'm doing is bust out crying. They gonna say, man, we started, we having fun. You done got the whole thing messed up with that crying. I said, because I know my spot coming. I know I'm gonna have to meet this man now. Get through, we get to going and laughing. I told some jokes, everybody laughing, dying laughing, and I started thinking about it. I gotta see this man. Judgment coming. They said, man, what's wrong with you? Can't get my mind together. I was doing pretty good. We were smoking and drinking. I was laughing and having fun. I'm patting some girl on the behind. That man hit me and said, you know they're coming to an end, don't you? You know these friends finna be gone, don't you? Like, I've been to some party, man, had a good time. But after a while, folks started leaving, party over with. Let's take it in my place. Even you take your place, after a while, folks gotta go. Then it's just you. Then Mr. Hoover said, so everybody gone. Now you got to see the judgment, son. Judgment got to come. Y'all hear me? I can't stress this enough. We done played, we done laughed, we done ran the street, we done flim-flam and bamboozled. You can't get around this one. Every one of them got to see this, man. You got to be right. I ain't trying to be something like right and close to it right. I got to be right when I meet this man. That's my palau. That's my lip. Now I tell you together, I sing y'all something, trying to tell you, keep your mind, making sure that the first thing, I got to make sure I give him what belongs to him first. Got to give him what belongs to him first. When I give him what belongs to him first, he'll give my Lord desire. And you know what I looked at, folks? I used to look at that. Y'all want me to preach? Folks don't know. I'm preaching now. Listen, I was preaching, I was walking in. So you see me, I was a testimony. Somebody done fell away and gave up. I'm still holding on. Y'all hear me? Somebody done gave up. I got to make sure I get that right. I want y'all to keep your mind on. I'm going to keep stressing every time. Don't do nothing before you make sure you get it right. You can go get all this stuff out here. It'll do good for a while. Man, he can make that stuff be a burden on you. Whoo! Having stuff can be a heavy burden on you. So you gotta have a balance when you look, sir. I got stuff. Ain't nothing I got me. Because all that, I can walk away from and let it go. So I can have peace of mind. So I don't make sure I don't infract that relationship with him. I don't want to mess up with that man. That man been too tube to me. Should have cut him out. There's a lot of folks in them grave. True be told, I some folks, I need to go tap in that grave, and I need to tell them folks, you go ahead and get up. I know I'm supposed to be here. How many of y'all know, what I'm talking about? There's some folks in the grave. I should be tapping them folks, telling them folks to get up. That supposed to be me. There's some feelings from folks I done seen, I know, that's supposed to be me. I got one friend of mine, I was telling me and Dave talking about how crazy were you to fight the police. They put him on the ground and assassinate that joker. Police came and found out that was him. They ain't even pressing no charge. They were so sick of that joke. He'll fight 2-3 of them at one time. He wasn't listen, man. He won't get, if they said something to him, listen, man, he wasn't finna let it slide. And he was not finna never let them just take him. And listen, man, that joker was a whirlwind to fight them jokers. He tell me you was a punk, you was an effing punk. Tell him, you a punk. And the fight finna go. And let me tell you something, somebody finna get tore up. He ain't giving up, he ain't gonna stop it. Got set up, got brought in the house one time, they killed him, put him on the ground, executed him. I got set up and I got brought in the house one time. That's just one of the times. I told y'all about it. I walked in the house, them boys walked out the gun. I had a gun. Listen, you'll be thinking you be ready. Man, listen. I'm just walking out behind them ooze. I seen them, I said, I knew, I said, this it. One of them walked out and knew me. He said, Smitty. He said, man, that's Smitty. I said, man, what's up? I ain't never, listen. I'd have turned to a faggot. I'd have put that much tongue in his mouth. Listen. You always thinking you ready. I got a gun. We walked in, we making a deal. We done popped in here. Listen, them boy popped out so fast. Them boy popped out. Listen, it wasn't no, you done. You too late. The drop is on. Listen, everything went through my mind right there. That's how I'm dying. That one nigga walked here, he said, man, that's Smitty. He said, Smitty, what's up? I was like, nigga, whoa. Whoa, man, we had homosexual handshake. Boy, you don't know how glad I am to see you. And what worked out was, he knew me more than I knew him. That worked, but listen, I know that nigga like, nigga, we grown up together. Y'all hear me? When you don't say you realize, you finna die, son. I done brought drugs in these folks ain't got their money. I done popped in here, we done popped in here. Oh my goodness. This bad, you like, this is bad. And a nigga sent me to this deal. But look here, man, that whole thing worked out. They cut their eyes at that nigga, man. They were so pissed with that nigga, like they knew this gonna go bad. Cause this nigga is already putting the friend card, and this go bad, he's not gonna go with this. And they had to eat this whole deal. We sat, they talked, we played. Listen, I'm playing one, we look at him. They're like, yeah, man, I want to get it, man. The way kind of, I said, man, you ain't got to get in that, man. Don't even worry about it. They like this, they playing the thing, they trying, they make this, nigga, we better than good with this whole deal. I just want to make it up out of this place. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a bad screw up I just fell myself into. Man, walk out, but you know what? You forget. You forget. You go and you forget. You keep going. You don't realize, man, let you know, that's another time I let you walk. You're not going to keep walking. You're not going to keep walking out these situations. One of these situations, son, going to be the end of your day. And all that stuff just compiled me, start looking at, start thinking back through all my life, how many situations I walked out, how many situations. I ran to a guy one time, let me see, before that. I was in the street. We were doing something, we was in some project. Dude had went down the street, I had cut it, I was so pissed, we standing in the street. Dude had parked down the street and popped me down the street. Dude popped down the street and he had popped on him so quick, had a gun. He was like, you know what I'm saying? And he just put the gun and walked. Mind you, this dude had just killed 3 people. He had went on past me, parked the car, popped back down the street, and popped on me with a gun. I said there and look, listen, pop like that, listen, and dropped the gun and just walked on by. He had already killed 3 people. I didn't know this was him in the car. Mr. Hood, let you know, that's another time I let him pass you. I had another friend, he was going around robbing everybody. He was on some, what they call that thing, a saboteur. No, them folks had on with him, sabbatical. He was robbing niggas. So I was in my car, I had a Porsche. I'm sitting in the passenger seat, I had the guy fix him. He was putting a radio, my radio was doing something. He was in the driver's seat, we looking. He said, man, you seen him by him? I said, no, I ain't seen it. He said, man, that nigga going around robbing everybody. He said, man, he got 2-9. He just walking up robbing everybody, making them give it up. I said, for real? Listen, as soon as I said this, he put up on my passenger side. This we talking. He put on my passenger side, he said, what's up, Smitty? I said, nothing. He said, everything's straight. I said, oh yeah, everything's straight. He said, all right, and he just drove off. I said, ain't this a blimp? We were just talking, this nigga here, listen, he was taking nigga dope, listen, and he'll kill you. This boy had a 6-month sentence. 6 months. He did 5 years. They finally just let him out, they were tired of it. Listen, niggas in here working out, he walk up with a plate and just drop it on top of their head. Wham! Listen, 45-pound weight, just drop it on their head while he lifting. Boom! Turned it out. That joker did 5 years. He got shanked by 2-3 times. Nothing stopped him. He not gonna turn away from nothing. Listen, I know so many folks, listen, if folks shouldn't even be living. I see these folks, if they got kids, their kids ought to go to prison. Because some of that gotta be in you. But at the end of the day, I say all that to say this. Everybody in life get a chance. You might think you don't, and yours ain't gotta be somebody walk past you with a gun, son. It's the fact that man spare your life. If folk, this man, listen, he hard pressed on some people to kill him. He got some people, he don't let them breathe. He don't give them a break. He pressure these people. You know, he puts so much pressure on them till he kill them. He wants you to stress. He wants you pressure till he kill you. And Mr. Hood just give you, just be able to have a peace of mind. Just be able to think on and consider. Y'all hear me? Just be able to call on his shim. I can look at the man's word, man, and say, listen, here's understanding. When I tell y'all ought to appreciate that man, you don't know where you ought to be. Somebody in that grave, that ought to be you. That ought to be me. There's some folks sitting there now. It ain't called, well, not me, because I want a drug dealer. I went in the street. You was a sinner. That's right. And because you was a transgressor, you should be dead. Yep. That's right. Every one of you should be dead because you transgressed this man. That's right. Man, spared our life. I ain't got nothing more important. I ain't got nothing I'm more pressed to do than to serve him. Yeah. I done been some places. I done seen some things. I done known some people. At the end of the day, I want to be with him. I ain't seen nothing I trade for him. I ain't seen nothing I trade for him. Y'all hear me? I ain't seen no woman. I ain't seen no kid, no grandkid. I ain't seen no house and no car. I said, man, that's like my heaven. Ain't nothing like being in Shamayim with Yahuwah. When he established his Malkut, please, succumb me. Whatever you do, when he come into his own, succumb me. I allow y'all all the time. I allow for it because I know you're going through. I know you're stressing. I know you're worried. I know stuff coming at you, and I've tried my best to work to make sure anything we can do to ease whatever you got to make it easy for us. I just want to be able to ease it till we can get with it. Man, we are people, we've been hard pressed our whole life. When a nigga baby born, the pressure starts. As soon as you come in the womb, scowl! They tap a white baby. Nigga baby getting their first hit, and from now the rest of them gonna be coming from mama, dad, the police, and everybody thought was his friend. That's us. From the time we break that water, we come out, the struggle start for us. Even from the time in the womb we struggling. The struggle don't never stop for us. I just want to be with him and get it one day where I ain't got to worry about the struggle, the hustle and bustle. I ain't got to worry about swallowing or choking, worry about trying to pay nothing to get nothing, trying to make nothing work. Just want to be with him. I just want to sit down. I just want to be able to just sit in the man Malkut. But some people ain't enough. They got the world in them. The world drive them. They got to get out there. The world ain't driving me nowhere. Y'all hear me? I drive myself. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Are y'all offended? No, sir. Don't get me wrong. Things all right. But man, you have that stuff, you ain't got no peace of mind. Yeah. You think about you done flew way over him. Everybody in the world watching you. And you still ain't got no peace. Folks want attention. Everybody cheering for you. Everybody, you the greatest. Ain't nobody, whole world, nobody better. You say, I can't do it. Man, let you do one thing. You do this all the time. Every day practice you do this. Yeah. One fall and you done lost it all. You still in it. Mr. Who will show you, I counted you out. I shook your world today. In front of the world, I let these folks know I'm tearing y'all down. All your hopes and dreams gonna fall. How many folks want to go to the Olympics? That's the best of the best. Ain't no folks like this what folks don't look at. The NFL is one thing. You the best in that league. Right. NFL, I mean NBL, baseball. You the best in that league. Basketball, you the best at. When it's the Olympics, do you understand? This is the best that every country got to offer him. Right. So to win on their platform, now you can say, I'm the best in the world. Right. They say, well, I know somebody better than you. They wasn't him. What they here at the Olympics? They don't just say, that's you talking about, this is the best that everybody got to offer. This is the best China got, best, well, Russia can't get, they doped out anyway. Rocky, I knew when they saw Rocky when he fought that white boy, I knew that, I said, it's all them Russian. But anyway, everybody put their best in the world, and these folks get here and they folded. Japan put their best little somersault white man. That joker guy that he did his first move. Listen, he the best in the world at it. He fell out before she did. So that he got up on it. He did the poke. That joker got up on that thing and did it. They said he's the best in the world. He's rated the best in the world. That joker went around that thing by it and did that thing. That joker hand slipped. That joker said, boom, hit the ground. Listen, he couldn't do nothing. He knew. You're done. This stuff these folk, you know how many folk practice? Sit there like this to get here, and I'm the best ranked. This is an easy goal. Mr. Hewitt let you know he done told. Listen, all the racing you're doing, and not give them to the fatty person. All that pushing you do it. He said the strong ain't gonna win it. All that stuff. You know what he said happens, son? Because you know what? Time, the only thing that get him, that's the only thing that really relevant, that matter. Everything else is superficial. Time is real. You can sit here, man, you be talking, you know what's that? Woo, time done got away from him. Time real. You can fake numbers, you can lie about anything. You can't lie about that time. Come on. That time coming to get you. It's gonna catch up on you. It's gonna sneak up on you before you know. You'll start out in the height of it, before you know it, that thing will set down on you. Y'all hear me? Why you going? Why you doing? That thing steady ticking. It's eating away at you. It's changing you. It's working at your hair. It's working at your teeth. It's working at your joint. It's working at your muscles. It's working at your money. It's working at your career. It's working at your talent. It's working at your goal. Time is eating you up the whole time you sitting here. The only thing we got that we can hold on to, make sure we get right, is Yahuwah. That's the man that regulate time. He the one give. Listen, the man sat back that thing up. Huh? Because you know that's the only thing man can't do, back it up. Then I said, hold it still. Make it stand still. Time. Make it stand still. Let you know, listen, that everything that's really relevant to us at time, Mr. Yahuwah don't want to control it. Why are you going to give yourself to a woman, a man, a career, anything at first looking at? I got to give myself to somebody. He controlled the woman and man. He controlled the career. He controlled everything. That's what I'm trying to serve. All right, I'm going to try to get ready to get out of the way. Try to talk to y'all a little bit and get ready to get out y'all way. Y'all say y'all face. Y'all ain't ready. But listen here. They'll be going to the Kabbalah before you know it. You'll be sitting around and thinking you got the day paid. Only person got it paid is him. You can have an intuition. You can have an unction. You can have a feeling and emotion. That man already got him. He already got you paid, man. He said, I already got you, Mom. I'm taking you out of him. That's why we got to get right with him. You'd be a fool to make any other arrangement other than, I got to see you first. I got to make sure I got stuff right with you first. Everything I got considered, you let that happen. He'll let something pass you by, let something start. Everything you got, he to determine. See, what these folks got a problem with, they'll do everything they can to try to alter what he said. They would do everything they can to try to reinvent, to try to make that man look like he's not real. But it all come back at me and hurt him later. Everything they done, it'll come back to hurt him later. And he said, listen, nature against you, Yahuwah against you. You can't win that fight. What armor you gonna put to fight nature? What armor you gonna put to fight wind and water? You ain't got nobody to fight Elohim. So we gotta get that right. Y'all ain't gotta want to. But if you're gonna be him, I'm gonna tell like I told Mike, I'm gonna be riding you. Hard too. It's gonna be very uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, it's the end result. Yes, sir. Isn't that right? He been picking back on Wilbur. Time we gotta get this thing right. That's it. I ain't gonna give y'all no break. Yes, sir. You want a break? No, sir. Gotta stay on you tight. Yeah. Gotta keep it tight. Y'all count them you want to get in. I gotta keep that door real. I gotta keep it tight. Nah, that roach, man, a roach can slide. Folks don't know, man. You put that roach will find that crack in there. We can't have no cracks in the defect. Mr. Yahuwah come back, he gonna pressure test. Even when you build a house, you know they do an air test now. They're trying to, you do an air test. It gotta happen before they pass them now. They got to see if something can get out, make sure that thing's staying totally insulated. That's why you got to do with our lifestyle. Make sure it's insulated, nothing can't get in and nothing don't get out. When Mr. Yahuwah put that ruach in you, we got to make sure you don't let it get out. Sometimes folks got a little seepage, they got a little dirt. I grew up, you stand by that window, you can feel that cold air. How many of you know you can feel that air, something door, you can feel that, you can see why they ain't got that insulated, you can feel that wind hitting in there. But Yahuwah said we can't have that. Got to keep it tight, real tight. He put that thing in, that thing supposed to see you to the human redemption. Yeah. That's what you want, right? That thing, that's the keeper. That's what you're working for. When y'all young, y'all young folk, man, you keep yourself, a lot of that stuff, you ain't got to suffer. You'll go through some things, but one thing you have confidence, you ain't messed your whole life out here with that world. You can turn Elohim all you want to. You screw up something in that world, that's gone. He don't give it back to you. You done with that. No, don't come give me all that back, that strength I had in the world. You lost that, bro. I'm going to try to work with you what you got now and make you appreciate that. I'm glad I ain't get the world all I had. Y'all got me? You got that mic? I chew like a horse. What you got in now? Tobacco? Joker chin dropped too low for chewing gum. All right, we're going to get ready so we can get ready to palau. We got to give Mr. Yahuwah that homage. Isn't that right? So we get ready to let him sound the Kato Sarah. I missed the rest of my members. They know we're going to, y'all, we got the song. What my song? You got my song by them? When they come, that's tight. Jahid, you got my song when they come back? That's tight. That's tight. No, that's all right. You know what? Jahid been fighting me, Chris. How many of y'all try to make a male cool? You been seeing Jahid fight me? Why all these folks gonna put their hand on Jahid today? You got it. And they folks been seeing it. Isn't that right? Man, been seeing me fight me. Y'all got it. We're gonna get ready. We're gonna let them get ready to sound that Kato Sarah. All of that able. I'm gonna give it to him while I'm able. Yes, Yahuwah, I do. I be new, which is our Father. We come before you in your paniu, your presence, seeking you once again. We're sorry for every ill thought of your will, every kata sin, every my all transgression, every defect and every fault. Asking you to make us new. Cleanse us by your dabarim, which are your words. Grant us your ruach hakadash, which is your spirit of separation. Grant us to be like law, which is a like mind, of Yahushua HaMashiach, your salvation, your anointed one. Ask you to barak us according to the berith you Shabbat to the Abbas, which is the covenant that you vowed. Asking you to barak us, which is bestow a gift upon us, to recover those gone astray and taken from you. Our young adults and our benim, our children, recover them. And those that are here, keep, that we lose none. We ask you to make us kudash, separated, that we can do your will, that we'll know how to shakar you, which is to worship you, that we will sagad you, which is prostrate ourselves or bow ourselves before you. Let us pa'ar Yashem, which is glorify your name. Ask you to barak the out of towns to strengthen and encourage their lives. Barak those that seek you, that watch in, those that we commit to you in Palau, we ask you for, those that support your dabarim, that seek your Yeshua, your salvation. I do, which is thanks for being a Yasha to us in a time of trouble. Baraka Jerusalem, bestow a gift upon it. And Jerusalem, ask you to Baraka your Shamaim and your Sabut, your heights of where you dwell and your armies. Your Ra'ah and your Malaki, your shepherds and your messengers. The married, the single, the separated, those behind prison walls, bereaved, those in war-stricken country, disease and pestilence. Ask you to bound up, heal, bring back, recover. Be a baraka to those of the way of Yah that are still recovering for illness and have family members that's afflicted. Be a comfort to those that mourn as you remember us all to call us, that we do your will, that we'll bethink ourselves in these latter yamim, the days, that we'll consider our latter ends, that you will purify us, that we will truly be accepted in your own, which is in your presence, in your sight. We ask you to search us and see if there be anything that will cause us to stumble, hesitate, to doubt you, disbelieve you, go contrary to what you told us. Please make it our or to us, manifest it, light, that we will remove it, that we'll separate ourselves from it, that we'll disembowel it, that we'll do your will, and that be first and foremost. We ask you, we prepare to move further, that you take full control, that you get the tahalim, which is the praises, the kabud, the glory, and the kabah, which is the honor. In the Shem, which is the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, we palau. Let us all say, Amen. Whew. Listen, getting old. I'm gonna talk with y'all a little bit here. We gotta do it. Mr. Yahuwah, in these last Yamin, he gonna send forth some. And they gonna be ready to come and do his will too. Y'all hear me? When they come in, they gonna come in on the tie. Cause they gonna be ready to do the will. Y'all got it? Y'all like that? Malcolm, I see you. I see you, Malcolm. Oh. Everybody trying to get in with it. This one don't work either. It must have been Boston must have did this. I don't typically do nothing like that. Mess up no pen. It didn't even work. You think somebody? Did the same one from last time? Where I get it from? Who had it before me? So you stole. That man say he still got the one he had before. What that mean? Yeah. Oh, so you say if you did steal, you ain't stealing no more. But you did steal. That's something. Be like, what's the name told him? Tyrone Big. Nigga do steal. Isn't that right? All right. I know we got to start on here and get that foundation. Let's look at this. 15:4 Roman, those watching in, Beth HaMashiach. We looking through this, through his literature. Cause all I end at the end of the day, we trying to get back.
That's right.
They got something missing on that side. If folks thinking I'm sold on something, I'm sold on, I want to make it in. We'll put out on what we hadn't used. Or talking about you ain't used the lost book. Cause if I had them, they wouldn't be lost. Isn't that right? I don't walk around talking these my lost shoes. If I found my shoe that was lost. Isn't that right?
That's right.
You disagree with that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Isn't that right? That's what I'm looking at. Isn't that right? I ain't lost nothing. I've been with y'all with them other books. I don't know how Mr. Yahuwah move on the other one. You know, as time go on, I just don't believe everything folk put out here. I just been with y'all. A lot of things are real, very, very controversial. Even with the Maccabees. These are people by their own admission with people that didn't go into captivity. See, for people don't realize if they really study the book like they're supposed to, it's gonna be hard to receive anything you said. Cause Mr. Yahuwah he already showed Yahoo concerning the people that wouldn't go in. He said these people were naughty figs. That's what he said. He was trying to acknowledge the people that had obeyed. That's who Mr. Yahuwah was acknowledging, not people that disobeyed. That's their own admission. The Maccabees, how many of y'all not familiar with the Maccabees? These people responsible for the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha supposed to mean lost books. If you got it, I don't know how it's lost. See, some stuff in conversation don't make sense. I'm just being honest, it don't make sense, but you know, people got their own way about doing something. I don't have no problem with converting. Anything, if it's right, I want it, because I want to get it. But I got to first listen to your story. I see a preacher, he said, I smoke cocaine, but I got the word. Now, the conversation ended when you told me you smoke cocaine, okay? We're not talking about I'm not entertaining. The man clearly told me the people he was going to acknowledge were the people that went into captivity. Mm-hmm. He was not going to acknowledge these people that going into captivity. So I'm just doing what he told me. That's not just being honest with you. You ain't got no reason to rewrite no book. If you say you don't win and you don't wrote some book, why you don't take the one that was already written?
That's right.
That's just being honest. We know there's other information out there, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Just like they told with Yahushua. Nobody never said that's all he did. It's not in that book either that he used the bathroom. But that's just I ain't finna be stupid. I refuse to believe he used the bathroom. That's because you're a dummy. The man had to use the bathroom. How you gonna be if you don't use the bathroom? Man, he be like, man, you better finna mess up. You gotta use that bathroom. Isn't that right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's in there. Ain't common sense, but that ain't gonna save you. That's it. We were more or less stuck on the fact we were looking at him suffering. People get their mind tangled up with some stuff that ain't important like they will. We were looking at the fact that he suffered. Just like anyone, because you know what, a lot of people faint and quit. You get them all the time, folks quit. Some people live to quit. That's their whole life. They've been a quitter all their whole life. Reason I used to be a quitter. So I did anything like I just quit. That man that pissed me off, make me I just quit. A lot of times you look for a reason, just go ahead and quit and stop. This right here, this is every reason to keep going. Because this entail my soul. Other stuff I quit with, it didn't amount to nothing anyway, but it showed a pattern of things that I had a habit of doing. A lot of times people look back over their life, you can see habits you got now, you been having them habits. You've been looking for reason to quit. You've been looking. A lot of other people that quit, you ain't just, they always look for somebody else to blame instead of blame yourself. They look for, live on the edge to quit. Live on the edge to quit. That's all you done your whole life. You have matured. At some point, you know what Shaw was saying? When I was a child, what is he telling me? He said, I acted like a child, I reasoned, I processed things like a child. When I became mature, what he said I did? That's what he looked at. He said, I had to put it away. I can't do that no more. I'm mature. That's why I look the word mature you. And you should be able to see your change. Can you tell I changed? Why you can't tell? Folks walk around with info, can you tell I lost weight? You ought to be able to tell. Your butt crack ain't out no more, ain't it? Somebody have them. You ain't wearing stomacher shirts no more, ain't you? Okay, folks, a lot of stuff, people do stuff for other folk to recognize.
Right.
First, it's some things you should know.
Yes, sir.
He said, by their fruit, their pari, they should know them. So if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, blossoming and flourishing the way he told you, man can't help but to acknowledge it. But the main thing, you need to be able to acknowledge yourself where you see change. I don't have nothing about it too. I know I done changed, and I want to look at, well, folks saying, no, maybe you done word. Ain't nothing wrong with them word, but I processing stuff just for the fact of showing these hypocrites, they ain't gonna get by. They ain't gonna get by. Don't remember your mama ain't either. But at the same time, I'm trying to get people to see, none of that stuff take no control of me, gonna rule my life. At the end of the day, my whole process on being saved.
Right.
Ain't that right? Romans 15:4. Listen to the book.
For whatever Nikatah before.
Whatever was written before was.
Nikatah for our allotment.
It was written to teach us, instruct us, so that.
We, through endurance.
So that through endurance.
And the kum.
And through consolation.
Of the ketubim.
Of the writings.
Might have your call.
That's what we look at. Let's pick up the book of Galatians chapter 4, so I quoted something. Let's see, Galatians chapter 4. Like I said, this ain't for everybody. Because everybody ain't getting there. You know folks fine with that? They fine because they can drink a drink and tell a lie to themselves. They can smoke a cigarette, they can fornicate, tell a lie to themselves. People look for it. At the end of the day, listen, anybody laying on you and you ain't married, what you got?
Nothing.
You ain't got nothing. What you doing sleeping? You supposed to be my girlfriend, my boyfriend. Where is written that? What legal stance you got? This is just free willingness sex. I don't owe you nothing. Just like you can hold, I could take my wife, because she could take me to court for certain things I do. Because she's got a legal standing. We ain't got no, they ain't gonna judge in the whole no court. Well, see, we supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend. And we ain't supposed to be married. She ain't supposed to be with no another nigga. Damn, man, I'm not holding my court with this fool. Get that junk out of him. I don't recognize that foolishness. And that's what folk doing now. They trying to hold Mr. Yahuwah or something. You playing girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't owe you nothing. If folks out here, he's allowed to get some stuff. This is a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. This ain't that serious. You'll take a whole get something to eat, but you understand, this ain't that serious. At the end of the day, I got something committed. I'm keeping myself. That's the whole difference when you keeping yourself, because I know what the man looking for when he come back here. He ain't looking for somebody just looking for no quick. He looking for somebody in for the long haul. Y'all got it. And that's who he more committed to. I know these folk got some stuff. You see these people stuff, I already know that ain't nothing. I remember a lady one time, she came years, that's for a lot of y'all came. She came to me, what drew her over there, her and her boyfriend had a big fallout. And what happened, she got pissed with it and it got bad. So you know what she do? She went and told her wife. Yeah, she confronted the wife, let him know. The wife talked to her. Oh yeah, that was a big man too. She went and told the wife about it. And the wife told her, said, I've been know about you. She said, you thought you had something when you were with him? She said, baby, you ain't the only one. She said, at the end of the day, he come here and pay his money to him. You just another fool. And she decided she want to get herself right. That's what he do. He like, I ain't leave my wife for you. Oh, the wife told him, she said, I've been know. She thought the wife didn't know about her, but she been used to this. She told him, I know about you. She's like, he not leaving me for you. You ain't the only one. He come here at night and pay his bills here. And she was pissed and mad all over the door. But what she was expecting, she didn't have nothing. Man, look at me, I'm not gonna leave my wife for you. You sleep with me, I'm married. I don't expect nothing out of you. You think I think you the only one you do, I'm the only one you do this with? Oh, she was hurt. That thing tore up some kind of bad too. But and I try to get people, I look at these folks out here and get this stuff. I don't like that woman was. Baby, he reward, listen, he coming right back to Jerusalem. He come back to Yehuda at night and like, you ain't got nothing. You thought that man had something with you? Because you done got something, you done prayed to Jesus, something done popped up for you. Man, that stuff out there in the street playing. There ain't no relationship. That man coming back to you every time. His heart coming right back to Yehuda.
Yeah.
Ain't that right? Every time he come back to Yehuda.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That little fling you think you getting out there, that ain't necessary. Like them folks sitting on in Jerusalem right now. He done told them, your time's up. He done told these folks, it ain't no real relationship with them people. A lot of y'all people, famous them people, I can sit in the middle of them folks. That stuff don't want no arc bark, hitting that, pissing on no wall. That stuff don't get me. I'm not impressed by that stuff. I piss on that wall right there while they praying. Ain't nothing to this. This ain't nothing serious. You know, like I just study, I be pissing all on his shoe. This ain't nothing serious.
That's right.
He ain't got no, but where he told me go, he ain't told me go on there and pray and no piss.
That's right.
That man say he gonna cut off everybody piss by that wall.
That's right.
I already know you sitting there piss. What you doing at this wall praying?
Yep.
No, I don't look up him. I look at Yahuwah.
Yes, sir.
All that stuff these people doing, these little crosses stuff up, that stuff don't bother me, man. I take that cross, slap it right on the ground. That don't mean nothing to me. Listen, Cocky already done took it down.
Yep.
That's the, listen, get it down. That man clearly told her, don't do. Listen, them folks sat here, that man wrapped up a nakash, a serpent, right around a pole, and everybody had to look at it to be saved. When they decided to keep that thing up there, Cocky y'all said, man, tear it down.
Right.
I said, man, take it down. I just used that for a point of contact that time. He said, tear it down. These folks need to look to me. Folks went out and folks started Chicago. These Christian church, they'll get there and they thinking they got something. Don't y'all that stuff in error? That man, that's why he said, I didn't show it to you. He tried to show us again. He said, in the union, when I spoke to you, he said, did you see that? He said, you never saw any of that. He said, unless you were going to corrupt yourself and you were going to go down, you were going to bow down before it and worship it. Man, we seek Yahuwah.
Yes, sir.
Yahuwah had to get this in there. I was a Christian. Man, that cross was so simple. You get a Bible, you get it, and then you hang it sideways. You don't put it straight. You lean it because it's the rugged cross. Man, you make a fool out yourself. None of these folks, no Shalak ever told about running around walking no cross, putting that stuff. That man told you to take up yours every human and follow him.
Yeah.
Ain't that right? That's a point of action that we're taking. That's not no letting you put no sticks on your back walking with it. Get away from this stuff.
That's right.
But I'm saying we ain't know no better. And these folks see you coming. Let's see it right here. 4:1 Galatians. Listen.
Now I say that the heir,
You got to talk to them. Let them know who we talking about. Who we talking about?
the heir,
The people that's coming into possession of. Girlfriend, boyfriend don't come in no possession of nothing.
that's right,
Isn't that right? Every time,
as long as he is a Yalit,
what happened?
differeth nothing from an Abad,
Than a servant. Although,
he be a done of all,
according to that, he is the master of everything. What happened?
but is under tutors
That's where he at now. But he is under the hand of guardians
and governors
and under house officials.
until the time appointed of the Abba.
See that? Now we tell you house officials. He fought that because that's how they understood it. He talking about a yarlet. What a yarlet gonna understand? I'm telling you about a child, then I'm gonna start telling you about some governor. There's two whole different conversations. A child is under the house official.
Right.
You're a child. There are people you're in the house you're under.
Right.
They have a part to say. They tell you what to do. They understood it from the premise of that's how they operate. Well, I'm talking about children then going straight to government. I'm telling you how a home and how things structured and done. Then we'll take it out from there.
Yeah.
See that until the time appointed of the father. When the father let them know, no, you ain't got to do this, say. You ain't got to do that. No. Ain't that right? They'll remove that responsibility. It's stuff you had to do with your child. The father come and say, no, you don't have to do that no more. Ain't that right? You old enough now, you don't have to do that no more.
Right.
So they start to break away some of the rules. Ship of your baseball A, they said certain things, you don't have to do that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Let's see what happened.
Even so we, when we were benin,
Small.
were in bondage under the elements of the Olam.
Uh-huh. Let's see what happened at 4. Y'all know this. But,
When the fullness of the time was come,
see what happened? Elohim
sent forth his Ben,
to what?
made of a Shah,
What happened?
made under the Torah,
Let's see why.
to redeem them that were under the Torah, that we might receive the adoption of Beni.
See that? Oh, he said we might receive the shafet. They said adoption. This one said the judgment of Benin. What are you for judgment? Mashpat. That's a little different than what we got. He put my spot for a judgment. What are we trying to look at? We're trying to look at how change and transformation comes in and has to happen. Even we start to go back and look at Yahushua. Yahushua was called, and what they taught us, and again, they got us an ear, they told us son of man for us. But we learned that the actual connotation is the son of Adam. And that makes sense because you got to look at, he's being referenced to two people. You reference him to Adam because he's going to be an heir according to Daoud, the berith he gave to Daoud. That's going to be to a man. Y'all got it? He can't get that to a ruach, that's to a man. He's going to be the heir of Yahuwah according to the ruach. Because Elohim is a ruach. And they that should call him have to do it how? Or got to be a ruach, how we going to get to it, and it's got to be in their mot. That's how important for us to be taught the mot, so we know how to do cigar him. You know what I'm saying? How to prostrate oneself before him. You know, with royal dignity, they'll teach you certain way you greet them, certain things you do, where you set certain things on the table, because it's a certain performance that had to be given because of their status. Well, there's a certain way we have to shakar him. There's a certain way things have to be presented to him. Presentation. Y'all got it? You have formal dinners you go to, whatever. You go to a formal dinner, you're going to wear some cut-off shorts and a tank top. It's not fitting. Same way when they come down, we sit down here. He said we're going to eat and drink with him in his mouth. Cool. Then there's a certain way we're going to learn how to present ourselves. We got to know how to adorn ourselves. Y'all got it, which is to decorate ourselves. Y'all got us?
Yes, sir.
But we have to be willing to separate from the adorning we have with the rights. Y'all got it? Now, we find that there are a lot of things we've done in error. Now, let's look at something. Pick me up if you would. Sit at the 3rd chapter of the book of Yeshayahu. 3:19, I think it is. 3:16, let's see.
Right.
Yeshayahu, they call Isaiah. Maybe 3:17, let's say Yeshayahu. Man, that world will get you out there and beat you up so bad. You gotta get tired of that world. People ain't genuine. People in the world that look like, they're not genuine, man. People for what they can get at you. These folks will go in your pocket, man. These folks will rob you and kill you in a minute. See, what we got, you gotta consider, I can go and carry a pocket and get something out of there. I can get it, you don't see it, I done got it out of there. He looking down, ain't nothing, I'm just out got it and see it. You know who see that because of what Armando? He see it. And I have a belief that he gonna reward me because he saw that too. And it ain't gonna be for my tube either. Some people in the street don't believe. That's how stupid people are. That's why I tell folks, I don't have no relationship for like that. No. I don't do that. People have a relationship with me out here because of certain way I carry myself, I do business. Then they can trust me. It's a certain thing I'm gonna do. Yeah, right? That's because I like integrity when I do stuff. You know what I'm saying? But these people out here, I don't trust them people. Like you fall out you want to out here, you're in trouble. I had my business, but he fell out one day out there. That joke was laid out flat out there in the street. And listen, I looked at the one, he said, John told him, John said, man, we got to bleed these brakes. Listen, all I seen was a fat back in the ground. Listen, he was face down forward in the asphalt. You was out there, am I lying? Listen, he got through, I got it, called it white, put him, you said, listen, face down, just like that. I mean, he wasn't moving. I looked at the one, I would have missed it for me. I was looking, I saw a shirt, I was like, what's that on the ground? I looked, I said, that's him. Ran out the door. Got him up, brought him, and then there, he had hit me. He had killed me. He said, I got some money in my car. It was some thing. He told me, get it. He said, man, I appreciate it. He said, I trust you. I knew you weren't going to. I said, I got your money. He said, I know you did. He said, I knew what you were going to do. I knew you weren't going to take nothing. I was like, it wasn't worth my time to take. But like, that nigga done fell out. I said, man, when you fell out, man, you just throw that money out there. It wasn't worth my time. It wasn't worth my time. He did. He told me where the head hit. He said, it was some thousands. He said, listen, take that money from me and keep that for me. I said, man, you all right? He said, no. Anyway, he said, why? He said, you keep it. He like, I ain't want my wife. Yeah, let somebody hold that. That money gonna get it pinching. Oh, you fell out. I had to go buy some stuff. And then I had to drive and go looking. I was stressed out. Your stat like this be like this right here. Isn't that right? All kind of little stories come out. But the fact folks know who they can trust. He told me, he said, I'm glad they have nowhere. He said, they done took my money. Mm-hmm. I looked at that. He know these folks don't care nothing about folks know if you gotta tell them no, I can trust you like that. Right. These folks ain't got you out here fool with these people. These folks think they got a relationship with these folks. These folks sinners. These folks gonna take me the first chance they get. Well up, Mr. Hook gonna come in and get you now. Go ahead, you be good for you gonna get a recompense for that. Yeah. See, he put that line with us to realize there's a certain way we got to operate with each other. Because he look at, you go ahead and do that, but I'm going to come back, I'm going to reward you for it, though. Let's see what he told you. Moreover,
Yahuwah saith, because the Banuth of Saun are haughty, and halak with stretched-forth necks, and wanton halak in mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their regal.
let's see what happened.
Therefore Yahuwah will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the Banuth of Zaun, and Yahuwah will discover their secret parts.
See that right here? He going to make their secret parts naked. Come on.
In that Yahuwah will take away the bravery of their tinkling
He said the
ornament
beauty. And
about their regal and their calls and their round tires like the
hold on, man. Hold on. We ain't reading it. It says shall take away the beauty of their anklet. It said yours said the pride of it.
it says take away the bravery.
Bravery, it calls it beauty. Is what it probably gonna falls up under of the ankles and the headbands and the crescent ornaments. Ornament. Yours said like the moon.
Exactly.
Okay. Probably round shaped. All right, we'll come back. Come on, I'm just running through right now. This is who we'll go back. What is he gonna do? What else?
The chains and the bracelets and the
so he's
mufflers.
talking the dangling earrings, the bracelets and the veils, the covering. Let's see what happened. Come on.
The bonnets and the ornaments on
Head
the
dresses
legs,
and the ankle chains
and the headbands,
and the sashes.
and the tablets, and the
probably
earrings,
sashes. And the house of the soul and the amulets. We got a lot of going back through him. Come on. What else? Hold on. The rings and the nose jewel. That stuff not new. A lot of stuff these women and folk be doing, this stuff not new. Sticking no jewel in their nose and their earrings hanging. It's nothing new.
That's right.
They always keep thinking they invented something new when they go stick a ring in their nose. Nigga, get the book out your nose.
That's right.
All right, verse 22. Let's see what happened.
The changeable suits of apparel,
The costly clothing
and the mantles,
and the outer garment
and the wimples,
and the shawls,
and the crisping pins,
the purses. What I tell you about the glasses?
the glasses,
Which
and
is
the
the
fine.
mirror. Man, I watch them ignorant preachers. Now I come out holding them. My pastor taught that one time, man. He preached that about the Lord. So he gonna tell the mother. She said, "Oh Jesus!" She said, "My glass. I need my glasses." He was trying to. Then he had to figure how to make the mother keep from panicking, cause they worried about losing their glasses. But see, he principal had a degree. He ain't know no better. He ain't know talking about a mirror.
That's right.
Cause people don't realize it's still a piece of glass. Nobody used mirrors when they came back and they mirrored or some out reflection, different thing like that. But for them, it been just the basic as a glass. It's just a glass because it also used to show. It's just one that shows a reflection. The mirrors and
The fine linen, the hoods,
the turbans.
and the veils.
See that now folk walk around. That's how nigga done tore up their car. You go and you see them cars in nigga yard and the hood off for it. Cause he been reading this. Let's have a.
And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell,
So hold on. Now it shall come about that instead of perfume smell,
there shall be stink,
there shall be a smell of decay. So it'll smell rotten. Instead of
a girdle,
a what?
a rent,
So it's saying a rent. A rent is like a tear. R-E-N-T, I think it's used for a tear. But he said instead of that, they're going to use a rope. It makes sense. When these folks took up, what you think they had around our waist? They put rope. They roped us up to each other. So he was letting us know. And you know, a lot of this stuff happened when they took us in slavery.
that's right.
What you think we smelled like we was on them ships throwing up on each other
That's
and
right.
bathed?
Decay.
That wasn't no sweet smell. Them folk met up. We always, people didn't realize, people weren't probably as into bathing as customary, not for us, but a lot of other people in Africa. Water ain't their biggest attribute of bathing, but they would use a lot of the perfumes, cologne. You know what I'm saying? They would learn. That's why the French and all those people get it from. They'll call Italian bath because everybody start learning. You will put those spices, you put those smells on to cover. You know what I'm saying? And it made you more attractive because of the smell. Just like with certain food, it's the attractiveness of the smell that pulls in, allure in. Just like when you hunt and prey. If you hunt a buck, you don't put no buck scent on, you put on doe scent. Because that's something that's going to attract. Y'all got it? So that's what they use, and now everybody learned from you. So now, instead of you having a girdle you wore around you, then for that, if they come on, you get a rope. What happened?
and instead of well-set hair,
Uh-oh, what happened?
baldness.
Look how we look now. Our women bald head.
Yeah.
Look at instead of fine clothes, what you'll say?
Instead of a stomacher,
Uh-huh.
a grinding of sackcloth.
Uh-oh. See that?
A girding of sackcloth.
Girding. They said grind. Yeah, someone be grinding to get it on too. Them hunchy clothes. And burning.
Instead of beauty.
Yeah, well, go ahead. VD, go ahead. No, we're gonna go back through this. Most High willing, we'll go back through this time, kind of fellas now, because I typically would not do this, just be running through nothing. But I was kind of getting to a point to show you something. Let's see what happened.
Thy unashamed shall fall by the sword.
And
Thy mighty in the war.
y'all see that? Y'all know what a bullet is the same size. If you look at the tip, just like a sword, it pierced through. They killing us now. He told you they're gonna take our men down by killing us. Come on.
In her gates shall lament and mourn,
See that? What happened?
and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the Adumah,
Y'all see what happened? And her gate shall lament and
mourn.
because Yahushua was on the two, y'all didn't believe it, he was crying.
That's right.
He was mourning for it. He was the door. He told y'all he was the dollar.
That's right.
Or the doll.
That's
He
right.
told you your gates were going to lament. And listen what you were going to do. And the deserters shall sit where?
On the
And the
Adumah.
book told you there they sat down to watch him.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? I'm trying to tell you, they saw it. He told you why use your common sense, how a gate going to cry?
Right.
But it was symbolic because he told you how he was your doll.
That's right.
And the doll is the gate of the door. So when we saw him up there and he was crying and we were sitting on the ground, guess what should have came back to our mind? What that man told us was gonna happen? You're stinking, you're bald head, they taking all your stuff away from around you. They stripped us down. Let's see what happened. That's it, ain't it? No. Let's go back. That's the last of that.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 4. We ain't going nowhere. Chapter 4. No, not Galatians. No. We're going back over. Yes, Yahoo, please. Chapter 4. We're not done. They stopped because they did chapter and verse. This didn't end. That's what he told you.
And in that shall be eat, Nashim shall take hold of one each.
That's what he said. For 7, which is Shalishi, Nashim for women, shall take hold of one each in that saying, we shall eat
Our own lakam,
and
wear our own apparel.
only
Let us be kara by thy shem.
Only let your Shem be called on us. To
take away our reproach.
That's what Yahushua was there for. Y'all see what we were looking for him to do? Which meant we were going to get these people back their stuff.
Right.
Y'all know what was going to happen when this happened? We were going to be just like Shaul said, we were going to become as an Ish.
Right.
We were going to put away childish stuff.
Right.
You see that? They started making a decision, realize it's time to give them this stuff back.
Right.
See, the only problem I got in the way of y'all is the fact we ain't mature enough to realize when it's time to give these people back their stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't profit us. The stuff, why don't folks that say, give us back our clothes? It wasn't ours anyway. We left our meals right here, that wasn't our stuff.
Right.
The man, what it mean they loaned it to us? The fact that the writer wrote, I know it was in the King James, what it mean I loaned it to you?
But
He
mine.
didn't really think about it. Think about it. The book said they loaned it to us.
Yeah.
Can we see what they told us in the 12th chapter? That should be the 12th chapter of the book of U'ala Shemut, 12, 19, 22. See if it's 23, it might be the 13th chapter. Let's see, 12, 22. U'ala Shemut, they call Exodus. I'm just see how does it read over here. For the record, y'all, I don't be,
About 35.
Shemut, okay. Let's see, U'ala Shemut, we'll do 30. 12 and 30. Let's read down right quick. 12. All right, we ain't got long. Try to get y'all finished. Let's see something. Let's see what happens. All right, 12 and 30. U'ala Shemut, they call Exodus. Listen.
And Pharaoh come up in the Layla, he and all his Abadim, and all the Mizraim,
The Mizrahites. They call them Mizrahites.
and
It
there
should
was
be Mizraim. Them niggas ain't never been right. Listen.
And there was a great cry in Misraim, for there was not a Beth where there was not one moot.
See that? He killed one. Let's see what happened. Then
Ikara for Mushah and
Yakra.
Aharon by
Yakra.
Layla.
it's gonna be Yakra there because it's gonna be he called Yakra. All right, from Musha. And Aharon at Layla and said,
Come up and get you forth from among my arm, both ye and the name of Yasharal, and go serve Yahuwah.
hold on for a minute, worship. Let's put it right here. Yeah. There's gotta be a Y. There's gotta be a Y. They're doing vowel point. YB, they're trying to say a E. DU. What you say? This supposed to be a bot. Where you saw that at? Buster, that supposed to be a bot? Yeah, they saying worship, huh? Yeah, IB hyphen DU. That's what George showing you? That this supposed to be a bot? When he said worship? Let's see. Let's look it up. Because I know he definitely, when I see the I know he already doing this for the Y, for the yard. Where your members at? I'm like, who's I ain't come to be taught. I came to give my life a ransom. Let's say. Let's say you use a bar for that, for worship. Somebody said, Well, y'all got it? You said, Oh, you went out. I heard you say, like you trying to move to his, you part of his congregation. You also, your speed betrayed you. You were with him.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you were with him. When you with him? You don't start that cuff. It's about to work in any sense. So it is, but that's not the word that's up there, though, is it?
That's what King James used, serve.
They use serve,
Just,
but
yeah.
that's not what he used right here, though.
No, he didn't.
So what word is he using? Yeah. Still up on the abad. So James rendered it for all them bondsmen, bond service, compel, do, dress, ear, execute, husbandman, keep, labor, laboring, man, bring it past, cause, make two, serving. That's what he told them to go and serve, but he told them to worship, right? Oh, worship, worshiper. Now this is worshiper. He didn't break that down and say worship. Same thing. Well, Jane gonna always get something wrong anyway. That Jane word. Worshiper is the person that worship. So James gonna use, so a bar falls to that many meanings. What you over there looking at? What you doing? Because he didn't even spell it the same way though. So I'm trying to figure the word that's rendered up there that he put though, Boston, he's spelling this is not the same word. Eba. Go back over there. I didn't see no own up there for him. Well, you know what? I'm looking at the English. Let me say. He didn't use those. So he's putting the I for the Oh, this is what he's doing. So I can see this. Yeah. Shiva. So I see the Shiva for the, well, let's see, try to go here. But why is he doing an IB for the I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. At this point, I don't know what he's doing. And the is you. Worship. So he's saying the is for you, like you worship. Okay. Okay. That's wild. These people got all kind of stuff. They swap up and they going to me. Okay, and Abad, worship Yahuwah as you have said. Okay. Okay, take both your, come on.
flocks and your
And-
herds, as ye have said, and be gone, and Barak me also.
Uh-oh, see that? Go ahead. America gonna have to tell us. They gonna have to do it. Because you know why he did that? Because he done heard that Yahuwah is with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had to do it.
Yep.
Listen what happened. The Mizrahites did what?
Were urgent upon the arm,
They pressed upon the people.
that they might send them out of the Arats in haste. For they said, we be all moot unashamed.
All of us shall mut. Mutim is what they said, okay.
Their dough before it,
Yeah.
and the arm took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs before being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And
Hold on. What happened?
And the Benim of Yasharal did according to the Debar Mashah, and they borrowed of the Mizrites
They requested
jewels
from articles of silver,
and jewels of gold
articles of gold.
and raiment.
That makes sense why he took it away from them. They said they wanted their own. See, that makes sense. It wasn't theirs in the first place. You know what happened? You have something so long though by it'd be like it's yours.
Yeah.
You keep info, you'll let them borrow your hammer, borrow something, you gonna be like, they be like, your hammer? My hammer? The one you got from me 6 years ago?
Right.
I don't, and that's what happened. But you know what Yahuwah did? He had to put them in a situation to lose to realize it wasn't yours anyway. And look what with all that happening, as bad as that situation was, it made them recognize though, that wasn't mine anyway.
Right.
That's maturing.
Right.
We sit around, we keep trying to argue with America about America giving us something. They were never our home in the first place.
That's right. That's
It
right.
wasn't. They were never our home to get nothing from these people. Isn't that right? The best thing these folks do, you think about it if you be practical like your code. What your code at? We just need to steal, we gonna get and just go and get out of here.
Yep. That's right.
That was your code. He just stole what he could and left.
Yep.
And he looked at, I gotta get back to my arbor bed. And that be honest, the white singing that, he don't sing, man, he can't sing, but he's sure, he don't sure. Sure sound bad. But what I'm trying to say, the man can write.
Yeah, he can.
He talking about in my father Beth,
Yes,
there are
sir.
many.
Yes,
What is
sir.
that? In my father Beth? That's what he was saying. Yeah, in my arbor Beth, there no more stress. Sometimes these folks, I don't know what they be talking about. Ain't that right? I used to say that in the morning when I rise, soon in the morning. Justin thought I was saying food in the morning. Just say food in the morning. When I rise, so he was chewing every time. He thought I said food in the morning. So it happened. And all right, the black vernacular gets tied up and twisted. But see, you can look, they had requested it from them, these articles of gold. So you look at a lot of stuff they got. So it makes sense now he done took the gold, took the gun. You think about it. Truth be told, we look just like them.
Yeah. It's true.
I'm being honest with y'all. Think about this. The man done clearly told me before. When y'all, no, Jay. You got Yahoo is Joel. Yahoo, I think it is Yahoo. What's the name? Is it who? No, Yahoo is Joel. They call it Joel. Jehu should be Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Yahoo. You know them fly swatter work better if you slap them on the wall so much. I thought that man had a fever. Don't smash me in the carpet. Y'all done nigga up now. There you go. Now the fly swatter work. Chris, you know what? Y'all think Chris had a stroke and came back. Chris said, yeah. But the thing is, and I say this, how important it is, like we'll sit back and we'll look at when we lose things or lose people in our lives. And sometimes we don't recognize, like it took them to mature to realize something. They didn't ask to get it. Like we'll ask back for stuff that he purposely took away for a purpose, for a learning rate. That made them draw closer to him. He said, listen, 7 of them are gonna cling to one. And then we saw in the book of Kazum that he told him when he said, when Yehukanan testified how he saw him, how his face looked, how his hair looked, how his legs, and how he had a golden sash around him. Isn't that right? And he told you how he was stood in the midst of 7 lampstands. And when Yehukanan asked what it meant, one of them, he told him, He said, what you saw was him standing in the midst of those 7 lampstands. He said, those were the 7 Adar, which are the 7 congregations. And all of them had attached themselves. And he was sitting in the midst of, as was Daud in the midst of his Akim, his brethren. So it was all symbolic and essential for us to realize it takes us to lose this stuff and get away from us to understand what's the most important thing in the whole. And then realize, I don't want, whatever, God gave me everything I lost. Everything the devil took from me, God gave it back to me. What he took with him for reading and recognize, this was never yours.
Right.
They need to see the importance of, it was important to look to who afflicted him. Even who testified, the person that's afflicted him, he said they never looked to him. But through that, they realized to look at the word of the most, they realized, so guess what? I don't need that stuff back. I'll wear what you said and you prepared for me. We keep trying to do everything these people got. Eventually, we got to transition out all these clothes. I mean, I know it's hard for a lot of stuff they got to get back to them. It's their stuff. Why the man told them they showed him a coin and asked about who inscription it was? What he told them? If you got you got it, it's yours. God gave it to you, didn't he? He said, whose is it? He said, well, give it to him. It was somebody to give it back to him. Now, let me say that. I ain't forgetting these folk no money yet. Okay? Just hold on. I'm trying to get y'all to understand first how important it was for them to recognize. He realized it's theirs. It's their system. Why do you think they keep taking it back from? Why they keep, and let you get it, take it back, create some other day, take it back from? It's theirs. He said, but the thing belonged to Elohim, running that back to him. So who gave you your Kai? The government? Do what? Then give it back to him. Who gave you your life? Who gave your eyes, your arms, your hands, your strength? The government gave you that? The hospital. He said, well, give it back to him. They understood it. He said, I pick up a picture. I said, hey, man, I found your picture. He said, hey, this yours. Your picture. This your picture. You dropped it. It's their stuff. Give it back to him. And then get a thing belong to Elohim, belong to him. Let me see. When Yahushua moved up on the 2, what did he say? Man, I'm just keep my ruach inside my body. What did he say? What did he say? Somebody speaking tongue. What you say, other pastor? Who? He said, do I need to commit my ruach? No. He said, no, he didn't say it. You said, to you I commit my ruach? That's what he said. He said, Abba, I commit my ruach into your hands. Why? Because it's yours. When he breathed it, listen, the title he had was Ben of Adam. Adam got his Kai from who? Well, I'm his Ben. Where am I? He told him the dust he was and dust he gonna return. But that in the Father, he told that breath is going back to me. So it only makes sense. Give it back to where it came from. Why you think he's so hard pressed on the people putting us back where we go? Where did they get us from? Put it back. I remember sometimes you guys say your parents, where you get that from? Get your behind there and put it back. They want it right back where it was, didn't it? Because it wasn't you putting that thing back where it go. Why you think he gonna make them folk listen? Don't you know Yahuwah has already told they're going to put us back where they got us from. He done testified that's going to be a sign of to know everything's going back to where it's supposed to go to. That's why Yahushua had to leave. He said, I got to go back. He said, your Abba and my Abba. He said, I got to go back. I came from Shammai. His testimony, he came from Shammai. What sense it going to make he won't go and stay in the grave? It makes much sense that we're going to stay here and build right here and stay in America. It don't make sense. He done testified the book of Yeshayahu, I think the 66th chapter. He said they're going to have to bring her back, just like he said, like the Benny or Yashua bring a clean offering. They're going to bring you back on swift horses. On the whole thing, they got to restore it back. That's my confidence. Yeah. I'm like Eddie Murphy on Train Play. I hang out with him a little while. It's cold out there. But I got to get back where I came from. That book, that's your confidence. What am I holding to? Oh, I'm good. If I just stay right here, I'm just good. That don't make sense. Yahuwah going to restore it back like he told us he was. He told Abraham what he was going to do. He said, I'm going to come and deliver. In 430 years, he's in the 4th generation. He said, I'm going to restore him. Hello? Yahuwah going to restore us. Just like he said. That's my confidence. I ain't got no time to get him just thinking we're going to live and die right here. No. Some of us died in Mizraim, but Yahuwah going to restore us just like he told us he was. That's my confidence. That should be your confidence. Y'all hear me? We come and get this stuff away from them. Instead of you falling out in fame, why? Look at why. Who we think we look like? Why would you make their hair bald? You know, boss, when we captured a woman and we was in war, you ain't believe we had to do with their head, boss. You had that hair when you were with them. We had to shave our hair. We had to shave their hair and part their nails. Cut it off. And their nails. Cut it off from them. Man, we got to be ready to transform. Everybody here, be ready to transform. Get your law about these people. Take this stuff we got, use it for what it worth, but it ain't ours. We just using it. All that stuff they got, they just let you use it. Use it while he let you use it, but just be ready to go home. And don't get in no situation where you get no struggle, no hang up, where you can't transition because you stuck on something talking about it's yours. Them people mature and they put away childish things. Right. Same thing with Yahushua when he was in the two. What y'all think when he was called they called the Son of Man, quotation, which is the Ben of Adam. Why y'all think when he got out from the move, he folded that stuff and put it over there? Because Shaul told these, I put away childish things. That's for men that's gonna die. What I look like? Why you think he told him with Lazarus to loose him and take the grave clothes off? That's for people that's dead. That's right. We're gonna talk about, man, you wear that and make you a suit, put a bow tie, man, that thing be sharp, man. Man, you be going for. He said, man, that's for people to wear that dead. That's right. Why you think he took his and folded put away? Cause I done grown. It like Bill said, man, nigga, I'm past that. Ain't that right? I'm past that. I had to take it off. Y'all, listen, y'all, we transitioning. We transition, we changing. How we think, how we logic things, how we handle things, it can't be the same. You can't be the same. I got people that still ain't grown. They still children, they still immature, they still stuck in the past, they still can't grow. And it's gonna hurt them in the end. You gotta get past yourself. Self will hurt you and hold you back. That's right. Your biggest fight, like I said, it's gonna be yourself. You be thinking something, you know, every time me and you be clashing, I assure you if I really examine, I got some problem myself, because I should have grown past keep fooling with you with that. But me and him keep clashing, I need to get mature, get past that and get to moving somewhere else. Because I'm wasting time. Every time, man, you keep standing, why I keep fooling with him then? I need to grow past that. Start asserting myself, why I even let it get, how I let that get that point, they got that much dominion over me. Hello? Don't y'all know if you ain't smart, the devil gonna keep beating you? Say they ain't gonna give you no break for being stupid. You said, why you sit around milling-mouth and crying and babying up and stuck up by yourself? All you doing is dying and wasting away. Y'all hear me? Nobody care. Let's go ahead and get power. It just started crying and see who stopped. I still remember my blood brother, friend Eric, well, I seen the Indian pill. They took that knife and cut. They said, we didn't do it. We had a little piece of glass. It wasn't a super pill. We didn't have to go to the hospital. We just cut ourselves. You seen them Indian movie do that and do that so we were blood brother. Man, I hate that nigga to death, boy. Back then I did. He's a good nigga. Boy, I get to play, I get pissed. I quit on them joker. He said, come on, play. One nigga don't start no show. Grab another gorilla, let the show go. But I said, look at that nigga like, I want the game to stop. Because I just quit. Nobody should be playing. Listen, that nigga be running. Bomb burnt. He don't even look bastard. He just running down the court and they having fun. And you know what I'm saying? My stupid behind done quit. Them folk having fun ain't necessary. Listen, he don't even look at you. He happy. He just keep going. And I'm inflamed. Hurting who? Them folk had so much more fun with them. He was like that. I probably shouldn't even been here. It was like, you don't even exist, nigga. They just running and go. Nobody started. Oh man, you want to come back? Nobody offered you to come back. Them niggas just doing it number right here. And listen, I'm just about to explode. They won't look at me. They just keep going back and down that court. Folk having fun. They scoring. That just pissing me off more too. Oh my goodness, how they can keep doing this? And I'm pissed. I'm mad. That's what happened to you. You just killing time. Nobody care about you. Everybody folk get past you. All you be doing is sitting there wasting, eating yourself, or folk keep going. And then you got to start use your energy and time being something more constructive. Start considering your choices. Start considering your ways. Start looking at things at the end of the day. Is the man pleased with me? Will this get me in? Is this the most important thing? Is this all I'm about? Is getting things? Do I add anything? People don't look at that. What you add? Instead of, what do you add to something? Do you make a difference if you're not there? Do people make it without, do things keep functioning without? If you got in and put more effort into something, people consider look at you as a valuable part. But because you quit, because you cry, because you middle out, you quit, I ain't never count you in anyway. Hello? Y'all, I'm just being honest. It's a difference when you add something to something versus, you know what? We weren't counting you anyway. Be somebody can be counted. Be somebody look at, and got a value to you. When Dorcas died, Tabitha, they called Tabitha, when she died, shoot, them folks, they teach her, man, keep some. Them folks studied, they said, man, we lost mine with doing something. They said, man, they could show her works. Them folks was sitting around crying about her. Man, we lost her work. That woman was working. She added something to us. Versus, shoot, man, I thought you were going to never die. Man, it be 4 men. All right, yeah, it be 4 men waiting on you to die. Because you hold stuff up, you drag, you complain all the time. You got to get past that and be somebody different. That's every one of us. Me, everybody, and we got to get better. That's the whole problem. We got to get better. Yeah, we all done. I had bad stuff by me. Be better. Yeah. Don't let that stuff hold you down and be better than you been. Like the man said, you done been a child. At some point, put that junk aside and come on, get mature. That's two. What's that, Mr. That's all. So you gotta remember like that old spiritual Negro. Prince, Prince, Prince.